Good morning, children. You are welcome to SS class. Today, let us study the chapter 26, the Parliamentary system. Previous class, we know that about some classes over. Now, let us study the President of India, or the President of India. Who is the President of India? His eligibility, his salary, and his power. About this, let us study this class. So, let's go to the class. Let's take page 185. Page 185. If you take this, you can follow. The President of India is the head of the state. The President of India, the head of the state. Who is our current President of India? Ramnath. Ramnath is the current President of India. He was from 2017, and now also he is doing his duty. And the President of India is the head of the state. He is elected by an electoral college. He is elected by an electoral college which consists of the elected members of the both houses of Parliament. Both houses means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Both houses of Parliament and Legislative Assembly of the states of the Union territories of Delhi and Pondicherry. So, how he is elected? He is elected an electoral college which consists of the elected members of the Parliament, elected members of the both houses of Parliament and legislative assemblies of the states and union territories of Delhi and Pondicherry. Then he is elected. The President is elected for a term is 5 years. He is elected for 10. But he was not ready. He can resign within that 5 years or something. He can go like that. For 5 years he is elected. His term is 5 years. Now, his eligibility. The person who should have following eligibility to become a President of India. So, he first one is a citizen of India. Was the first one citizen of India. Second one is the not less than 35 years. Not less than 35 years. And third one, not holding any office of profit under the central, state or local government. From avoid from everything. Not any profit under the central government anymore. But he is from everything, free from everything. So, his eligibility first one he is a citizen of India. Second one is a not less than 35 years. Third one is a not holding any profitable under the central government or state or local government. Okay, now let us see his salary. That maybe you know. His President of India draws a salary of 1.5 lakhs. 1.5 lakhs per month. He is entitled the other allowances permissible by law in force from time to time. Yes, also other allowances also are there. The salary and allowances cannot be reduced during the President's term of office. So, his salary and his we got other allowances also. Now, let us go to the power of President. Now, let us go to power of President. He has a many power. When he became the President of India, he has power. Let us see how many are the powers. Look at the board. The power of legislative powers. He has a legislative power. Second one is executive power. He has a executive power. Third one is judicial power. He has a judicial power. First one, executive power, legislative power, judicial power, and finance power, and military powers, diplomatic power, and emergency power. Diplomatic power and emergency power. There are some powers are there. First one is the legislative power. Second one is executive power. Third is judicial power and financial power, military power, diplomatic power and emergency power. This power is under his President of India. Let us see each one. Legislative power. What is legislative power? The President has power to summon or suspend the Parliament. He has power to suspend the Parliament. He has power that dissolve the Lok Sabha in consultation with the Prime Minister. He can power to dissolve the Lok Sabha in consultation of the Prime Minister. He can address either house or both houses of Parliament together. He can address either houses or both houses of the Parliament. The President address a joint sitting both houses of the Parliament as the beginning of the first session after each general election of the Lok Sabha, and at the beginning of the first session of each year, the President can also issue ordinances when the Parliament is not in session. He has a power of ordinances when the Parliament is not in a session, and ordinances has same authority and force as the Parliament law, but it is effective for 6 months only. The ordinance has to be validated by the Parliament within 6 weeks of the reassembly. These are the powers of legislative power. Now let us see executive powers. There is also executive powers. What is executive? The President has the power to appoint the leader of the majority party as the Prime Minister. He has appointed the Prime Minister and the Governor of States. First, Prime Minister he appointed major party of the Prime Minister, and second one is the governors of states and Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts, and the members of the UPSC, and Attorney General. These are the powers of the executive power. He is elected first Prime Minister, powers to leader the majority part of the Prime Minister, then governors of the states, Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court, the chairman, the members of the UPSC and Attorney General. These are the duty of the executive President of India. Now let us go to the judicial power. This is the judicial power. The President can grant pardon and reduce the sentence of person convicted of any offences. He can also pardon a death sentence and reduce it like imprisonment. Somebody is doing some mistakes, he can give pardon and from also a death sentence and reduce it to life imprisonment. This also judicial power. This also the President can last he will do. Now let us go to the financial power. The President causes the annual budget and supplementary budget to be laid down before the Parliament. The President causes the annual budget and supplementary budget to lay down before the Parliament to show how the annual decision, all the projects, and to show the President of India. No money bill can be introduced in the Parliament unless recommended by the President. No, it's very careful. No money bill can be introduced in the Parliament unless recommended by the President. In case of any enforcement expenditure, the President can grant an advance from the contingency found in India. Now you understand the President of the financing, everything. No money bill can introduced in the Parliament unless recommended by the President of India. And also, in case of any unforeseen expenditure, The president can grant an advance from the contingency fund of India. Now, let us go to the next point. Military power. Military power. The president is the supreme commander of the armed force of India. President of India is the supreme commander of the armed force of India. He has power to declare war and peace. He has power to declare war and peace. He appoints the declares wars and conclude peace. He appoints the chief of the army. He is the appointed chief of the army, the navy and the air force. He has the power. He has military power. He is appointed chiefs of army and the navy and the air force. Now let us go to the diplomatic power. What is diplomatic power? It's a diplomatic power. The president represents India at international forums and receives ambassadors. The president appoints ambassadors and high commissioners to the other countries. He is sending, different countries we are sending ambassadors. So the president of India sent and appointed the name and he sent the ambassadors of the different countries. The president appoints ambassadors and the high commissioners to other countries. All international treaties and agreements are concluded in his name. All the international treaties and agreements are concluded in his name. This is power of president of India. Now let us emergency power. Some power, and the next power is emergency power. The Constitution holds extraordinary power in the president to deal emergencies. He can impose emergency. In case of an external aggression or armed rebellion. In case of external aggression or an armed rebellion. If any constitutional machinery of the state breaks down, or if there is a threat to the financial stability to the country, he has taken the emergency power. Like this type situation, he can take the emergency power. In case of breakdown of constitutional machinery, the president takes over the rule of the state. This is called president rule. Be some questions. What is the president rule? What is president rule? In case of the breakdown of constitutional machinery, the president takes over the rule of the state. That we call president's rule. The president is the constitutional head and exercises power of the advice of the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. He also giving advice of Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers. But the president position is one of the authority and prestige. The president can be removed from office on the grounds of the violation and constitution. The process of removing the president from the office is called impeachment. It is also called what is impeachment. If you ask question, what is impeachment? The president can be removed from office on grounds of violating or the constitution. The process of removing the president from the office is called impeachment. These are the powers of our president of India. How many powers? It's very important. You have to study legislative power, executive power, judicial power, financial power, military power, diplomatic power, and emergency power. These are the main important powers of President of India. Now let us see that there are many President of India. Let us see how many. Now it is the 14. Now this current President of India is Ramnath. He is the 14th President of India. First one. Let's see who is the first one. The first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad is the first president of India. Second, the Dr. Radhakrishnan. Third one, Dr. Zakir Hussain. Fourth, Varghese Venkatagiri. And fifth one, Dr. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. Sixth one, Neelam Sanjeev. Sheoganj Singh Venkataraman. Dr. Zakir. Ninth, Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma. K.R. Narayanan. Dr. A.P. Abdul Kalam. 12, Pradipha Devin Patel. And 13th, Pranab Mukherjee. Last is the 14th, Ramnath Kovind. These are the presidents of our India. You can study the list in the next book, and you can study presidents of India and write in your notebook also. Now let us conclude here. Thank you.